Codex 5.3 and Opus 4.6 were released on the same day, February 5th, 2026. Let's see how we can use these state-of-the-art models to build an iOS app and compare them. By using the same prompt, we will try to build the iOS calculator app consisting of 4 main modes: basic, scientific, math node, and convert, which is a currency converter. For Codex 5.3, we will use the Codex app for macOS, and for Opus 4.6, we will use Cursor. I will make another video using Opus 4.6 directly in Xcode. However, for this demo, we are going to use it in Cursor. Then we run the app in Xcode. To build the calculator consisting of 4 modes, I will paste this prompt here. I have already created Xcode project for each one of them. So we have the project name Opus 4.6. So we want to modify the source code to build a beautiful, fully functional iOS SwiftUI calculator to perform 4 main functions: basic, scientific, math nodes, and convert. So I'll move to the module selector and select Opus 4.6 and send the prompt. While it is preparing and generating the code, let's launch the Codex app for macOS and open a new project. So I will open the Xcode project for Codex 5.3. On the left sidebar, we can open a new thread. We can do automations or add agent skills. Over here, all our threads will be shown in this section. Let's paste the prompt here and start working with it. I'll change the model selector from GPT 5.2 to Codex 5.3. We can also set the mode, so I'll change it to high and send the prompt. After building your app with Codex, on the top right, you have noticed here you have the option to open it in different IDEs like Cursor, Anti-Gravity. You can open it with the Terminal, Xcode, and Android Studio. So after building this app, we will open it in Xcode. Let's go back to Cursor to check the Opus 4.6 project. It is still modifying the source code to generate the calculator, so we can cycle between the 2 projects and see what they are doing. Codex has now done all the planning. It is now replacing content-view.swift. It has finished building the calculator, and now it is trying to use Xcode command line tools to open it with the simulator. However, we can use the open option and select Xcode. So we have the basic mode. Let's test it and see. We have scientific mode. I will calculate, for example, square root of 9. Let's calculate, for example, square root of 36. And sin 60. We can use the math nodes option to solve mathematical expressions. And with convert, we can convert from one currency to another. The calculator works, but it has some UI issues. But since we have now generated the code, we can now go ahead and improve the UI. For example, the labels here are not really good. The generated gradient also looks ugly, so it may be something we don't want to use in the app. Also, it did not put the content in a navigation view, so you have noticed here part of the content is hidden behind the dynamic island. But that is something we can fix so easily. Let's go back to Cursor and see what Opus did. Still, it is not ready yet, so let's wait for some time. It has now generated some new files, which we can explore. I'll keep all the changes. So the basic calculator is ready, math node is ready, the scientific one is ready, and it is now creating the currency converter. So everything is now ready. We can go ahead and open the app in Xcode. So I'll select Opus 4.6. We haven't tested the Opus version yet. However, the UI seems to be nicer than that of Codex 5.3. I'll choose the scientific mode. The same with the scientific mode. The UI is far better than Codex 5.3. To find the square root of 36, we press the operator first and add the operand. So we have 6. Let's check math nodes. That also works perfectly. So you can enter any expression and find the result. Finally, under convert, we can convert from one currency to another. The UI also looks beautiful. The Opus 4.6 app took a very long time to create. However, that is far better than the Codex version. So this is everything I have for you in this video. I will make another video using Opus 4.6 directly in Xcode for agentic coding.